the 5 must-have conversations that will transform your team, a speaker's guide. Introduction. Hello everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about something that can fundamentally change how you lead your team. I'm not talking about another complicated management theory or expensive training program. I'm talking about something much simpler, yet incredibly powerful. Conversations. You see, the difference between good managers and great leaders often comes down to one thing: the quality of the conversations they have with their people. And today, I'm going to share with you the 5 essential conversations that can transform your team, based on the groundbreaking work by Kimberly Janson and her collaboration with leader Magpiong. The 5 game-changing conversations. Let me give you a quick overview of these 5 conversations that will revolutionize your leadership. First, what I expect of you. Setting crystal clear expectations. Second, how you are doing. Ongoing check-ins and support. Third, how you did. Performance reviews that actually work. Fourth, money. Transparent compensation discussions. Fifth, opportunities for growth. Future-focused development. Now you might be thinking, I already talk to my team all the time. But here's the thing, these aren't just any conversations. These are structured, intentional, and focused conversations that address what truly matters. Why these conversations matter. Let me ask you this. How many of you have ever worked for a manager who left you guessing what they wanted? Pause for audience response. I see those hands. We've all been there, haven't we? These 5 conversations eliminate that guesswork. They create clarity. Your employees know exactly where they stand. Trust. Open dialogue builds genuine relationships. Motivation. People feel heard and supported. Performance. Clear expectations lead to better results. Conversation number 1. What I expect of you. This is your foundation. Get this right, and everything else becomes easier. Get it wrong, and you're setting yourself up for frustration. Think about it this way. Would you start a road trip without knowing your destination? Of course not. Yet so many managers send their employees on work road trips without clear directions. In this conversation, you need to cover goals and objectives. What specific results do you need? Responsibilities. What are their day-to-day duties? Performance standards. How will success be measured? Deadlines. When do things need to be completed? Behavioral expectations. How should they work with others? Here's a pro tip. Don't just tell them what you expect. Involve them in setting these expectations. When people help create their own goals, they're much more likely to achieve them. Conversation number 2. How you are doing. This is where the magic happens. The ongoing dialogue that keeps everyone on track. Picture this. You're learning to drive. Would you want your instructor to sit silently for the entire lesson and then give you feedback at the end? Or would you prefer regular guidance along the way? The answer is obvious. These regular check-ins should cover progress updates. Are they meeting their goals? Challenges and roadblocks. What's getting in their way? Feedback. Both positive recognition and constructive guidance. Support and resources. What help do they need? Remember, this isn't micromanaging. This is caring management. There's a big difference. Conversation number 3. How you did. Now we come to the conversation everyone dreads, the performance review. But it doesn't have to be that way. When you've been having regular how you are doing conversations, there should be no surprises in your performance reviews. This conversation becomes a natural summary of what you've already been discussing. Cover these key areas. Review of goals. Did they achieve what was expected? Key achievements. What did they do exceptionally well? Areas for improvement. Where can they grow? The how. Did they demonstrate your company values? Make this a dialogue, not a monologue. Ask them to reflect on their own performance first. Conversation number 4. Money. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Money. This conversation makes many managers uncomfortable, but it's absolutely essential. Here's the truth. If you're not talking about money, your employees are thinking about it anyway. And when people don't understand how their compensation works, they make assumptions, and those assumptions are usually wrong. Be transparent about salary structure. How is pay determined? Raise process. When and how are increases given? Bonuses and incentives. What opportunities exist? Benefits. What's included in the total package? Pay equity. How do you ensure fairness? Don't just focus on the money itself. Talk about the total value of working for your organization. Conversation number 5. Opportunities for growth. This is where you become not just a manager, but a mentor and coach. Today's employees, especially younger ones, don't just want a job, they want a career. They want to feel like they're growing, learning, and progressing towards something meaningful. Discuss career goals. Where do they want to be in the future? Development plans. What skills do they need to build? Growth opportunities. What possibilities exist within your organization? Mentoring and coaching. How can you support their journey? Resources and support. What training or development can you provide? Here's what's powerful about this conversation. When you invest in your people's growth, they invest in your organization's success, making these conversations work. Now, let me share some practical tips for making these conversations effective. First, schedule them regularly. Don't wait for annual reviews. Make these conversations part of your regular rhythm. Second, listen more than you talk. These are conversations, not lectures. Create space for your employees to share their thoughts and concerns. Third, be authentic. People can tell when you're being genuine versus just going through the motions. Fourth, follow through. Don't make promises you can't keep, and always follow up on what you discuss. Fifth, document key points. Keep records of what you discuss for future reference. A personal challenge. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a challenge. Think about your last week. How many of these 5 conversations did you have with your team members? Were they effective? What could you have done better? Pause for reflection. I'm guessing most of you didn't have all 5. That's okay. Most managers don't. But now you know what you need to do differently. The bottom line. Here's what I want you to remember. Leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the right conversations. These 5 conversations, what I expect of you, how you are doing, how you did, money, and opportunities for growth, they're not just nice to haves. They're non-negotiables if you want to be an effective leader. When you master these conversations, you'll see remarkable changes in your team. Higher engagement. People feel valued and heard. Better performance. Clear expectations lead to better results. Increased retention. Employees stay when they feel supported. Stronger relationships. Trust builds through open communication. Improved culture. Everyone knows what's expected and how they're doing. Your next steps. So what's your next step? I want you to pick one person on your team, just one, and schedule time for one of these conversations this week. Don't try to do everything at once. Start small, but start now. Me. Which conversation will you choose? Will it be setting clearer expectations, providing better ongoing feedback, having that overdue money conversation, or maybe discussing growth opportunities? Whatever you choose, commit to it. Your team deserves this level of leadership, and frankly, so do you. Closing thoughts. Remember, great leaders aren't born. They're made through practice, commitment, and yes, great conversations. These 5 conversations are your roadmap to becoming the leader your team needs and deserves. The question isn't whether you have time for these conversations. The question is, can you afford not to have them? Thank you for your attention today. Now, let's go have some transformative conversations.